Oh, it's time. Time to get radical.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to Radical Comment of the Week for March 9th through April 4th, 2021. These are the very best comments of that time period. Starting out with the honorable mentions, we have Martyville, Art Bell, and _tech. Can I just say Costech? Do I have to do the underscore every single time? Okay, I'm just going to say Costech. The bronze medal comes to us from Warehouse Dave. And before I start this, these replies might be kind of short because, I got to go to work in a little bit here, and I've been having some editing issues. So my goal for the day is to get this uploaded. Also, I'll talk about it later, I've put a time ceiling on my uploading to YouTube. Okay, so I got a time ceiling that's in effect. Okay, so my apologies. Warehouse Dave has the bronze. Big ups to Destroyer of Heroes for writing that comment and documenting the history. O'Moral's video was removed, but all the details Destroyer mentioned I can corroborate. At the time those appraisals were done, we counted roughly $200K in video game value was donated, but many of those titles have tripled in the past 2 years. If I had to guess, and I know this sounds absurd, but Hancock has a collection easily worth $2 million. It's hard to believe, but he has his hands on many titles that are less than 100 known to exist, as well as boxed/complete games that are incredibly rare in such condition. If he were to auction these games, many would fetch over $5K each from what I've seen. I was the person who found Corey of Corey's Classics and Oddities, Portland selling Hancock's duplicates of Genesis games in a Portland-based video game Facebook group. It was when Hancock was upgrading his Genesis games before PRGE for his Genesis Museum setup. The exact same titles with the exact same sun fading/flaws were in Corey's possession. The guy who he traded $5,000 Magical Chase from. The Hancock... Why did I put the Hancock? Hancock gets the donations and the dupes go to Corey. That's the YouTuber reseller symbiotic relationship. Corey really appreciated those donations. Warehouse, there's a lot of things that I really don't do here. Back years ago, I didn't do all the background research that other people did into John Hancock. I mostly talked about his YouTube uploads. I mostly, kept it to YouTube. But there was a lot there to find out. And I remember Immoral, he documented a lot of things about John Hancock. And I'll say this. You have to be stupid if you think that these game donations that you send to someone like John Hancock, that a lot of them are not already being donated by other people. You'd have to be stupid. He has a lot of people donating games to him. And supposedly it's for his personal collection or the game museum. But the fact of the matter is, a lot of those games you're donating to the game museum, that's going to go other places. There's going to be deals on the side with people like Corey of Corey's Classics and Oddities. These are going to go to game shops. Okay? So don't be surprised if one of your rare games that you donate to a John Hancock, you go into a store like Corey's Classics and Oddities and you see it right there. How stupid do you feel now? The silver medal comes to us from Juliet India Mobile. E-begging YouTube channels. I couldn't keep up because adpocalypse, not enough super chats, not enough joins, patrons. Radical Rick, I got behind and I need to catch up. Done. I point this out to anyone who challenges you about your content. It's very obvious that your content means something to you, and that if you were just here for clicks and ad revenue, comment of the week would have easily been forgotten. If you were just here to start drama, why bother with catching up? There was plenty of drama, and old nudes doesn't get clicks. E-begging is an internet cancer. It hurts creators and ruins their content. It's an excuse to be lazy and eventually consumes the content which may have started out solid. My wife and I have had a saying throughout our marriage. Every time we have to make a weighted financial decision, oh well, we can always make more money. A concept e-beggars can't fathom. Rather than begging friends, family, or strangers for money, we work to counterbalance the impact. It means more to us knowing the expense was paid by ourselves, and it drives us to earn and save more as well. What I'm saying is if e-beggars worked a fraction of the effort to put into beggary, the financials they seek would appear. Also, it may improve their content as well. However, what do I know? I don't internet panhandle and call it a job. Yeah, it's very true that if I want to, let's say, just do whatever was in the interest of actually increasing ad revenue or increasing views or, getting more subscribers, then this channel would probably be the exact opposite. It would probably be the exact opposite. And I would probably, it wouldn't look the same. It would not look the same. I would follow trends. I would make sure to just upload trending topics and things of that nature. It would be completely different. But it's a combination of what I want to talk about and then what a lot of you want to talk about. That's pretty much what it is. It's essentially what it is. It's just defined by what I would like to talk about on a certain day, whatever topic that is, and what a lot of you want to talk about, right? Now, this I could actually turn into a lot of different discussions. I could turn this into a financial reply comment, and I might do that right now. I got a saying, and it's money saved is money earned. If I clean up and I find something, well, last night I lost my debit card, right? And I found my debit card. That's $5. So I saved myself $5 by finding my debit card. And I can't remember where I found it, but I saved $5. So I'm sitting back in my chair going, that's $5. That's $5 right there. So my saying is really the money saved is the money earned, or just cut back on buying certain things. Just take a stock of things that you buy regularly that you really don't need. So that's my contribution maybe to your life that might be helpful to you. Just be thinking, what do I not need? Money saved is money earned. The gold medal going to come to us from Arioka. I 100% agree with your point about taking inspiration from people who succeed in specific areas, but never idolize them. Regarding e-begging, what makes it even more despicable behavior is that not even a global pandemic that shut down a lot of businesses, causing unemployment all over, made these internet frauds stop e-begging and scamming viewers. At this point, they're no different than scammers from India who are relentlessly trying to trick people into sending them money with various different tactics and approaches. It's also concerning that if you go on Twitch, there's an entire generation of young men and women who don't have a profession, many quit college, university, or real-life aspirations other than chatting or playing video games, poorly for the most part, and taking their viewers' money in a completely protected environment with mods that will ban you if you criticize a streamer. Their audiences are mostly kids and adolescents who are idolizing these internet nobodies, specifically attractive women, and supporting them financially with their folks' credit card. I don't know how this isn't supervised by their parents, but it's a reality now, and these e-beggar panhandler streamers are fully taking advantage of their naive, immature, and inexperienced viewers and milking them for as much as possible. These so-called entertainers are making a living via e-begging, spreading faster than virus, and their immoral/lazy lifestyle is considered normal by the vast majority of online audiences, many who strive to be just like them. This comment was centered around the idolizing. The idolizing of people, taking inspiration from people that basically are panhandling e-beggars. We see it from the top to bottom. We see people playing video games, putting I'm not going to say that it doesn't take effort to play video games, but it's playing video games. So we have this whole economy set up of streaming gamers on Twitch, for instance. This whole economy, this whole thing has been set up. Imagine this 20 years ago, 10 years ago even. If someone would go to you and say, there would be a whole industry around people playing video games and people donating to people playing video games. Just let that sink in, right? What sometimes is a far-fetched thing. Years and years and years of hammering it in people's heads and it's normalized behavior. It becomes normalized. But then people like me and others kind of stick up. A lot of us in the comment section here that see this for what it really is, which is essentially stupid. We speak up and we speak out against it. And you say in these mods, they're shut down, people that criticize a streamer at all, because of course you can't have criticism, right? Supposedly these people, they want people to engage, but only to kiss up to them, I suppose. So essentially, what kind of engagement is it there, right? So yeah, idolizing people. I would think the last people on earth you should idolize are these streamers, these game streamers that essentially they take advantage of people. You're taking advantage of people. You're not trying to help people save money. How are you? Do you really think that your entertainment, and I'm doing that thing with my my fingers. Do you think your entertaining gaming streams are worth several thousands of dollars in donations? Like, just ask this question to them. Do you think it's worth that much? Can they with a straight face tell you that it's worth that much? So it just comes down essentially to greed, but it's a stupid kind of greed, right? There's different kinds of greed to look at, but it's a stupid, different kind of greed. And we should never idolize those that are greedy on that level. We should never idolize people like John Hancock. We should not. Essentially, you have to live with yourself, right? Essentially, you have something inside of you that you have to live with. And a lot of people just don't realize what they're doing is taking advantage of people. And they fooled themselves into thinking, you live streaming Fortnite, getting thousands of dollars in donations. You have convinced yourself not only that that's right, but you are perfect with being an idol to other people coming up that want to do that also. It's very disgusting. Not the comment. That's a gold medal comment, Arioka, but that's very disgusting.